Yeah, good evening all. So myself, I'm Vijay. Like I hold 18 plus years of experience, which includes nearly 8 plus years of experience in Python environment. So my experience includes design, development, and implementation of Python and Django based applications. Well versed in implementing different Python libraries like NumPy, CP, Pandas, PyTables, Matplotlib, etc. So before I start, can anyone please confirm whether my voice is clear, whether the screen is visible or not? Yes. Can anyone please confirm through voice or through chat? Is my voice clear to all? Fine. Thank you.
Yes, yes, it's clear.
So as part of today's demo, I'll be covering the following topics. Why Python? Already we have got many technologies available, right? Many programming languages, right? Like C, C++, Java. Why again Python required? And the two Python is not a kind of technology which is very recently introduced. It was introduced in the year 1989. Why all of a sudden Python has got a great boom? Reasons which makes Python suddenly super popular. Reasons which makes Python suddenly super popular, right? Yes. Who can learn Python? What are the prerequisites for learning Python? No, there is no prerequisites for learning Python. Anyone can update with Python. Yes, doesn't mean that you need to have some programming knowledge. So there is no prerequisites. Anybody can update with Python. Okay. So for your general queries, I'll be giving time at the end of the session, right? So first go with the demo. So if you got any query related to this particular demo topic, right, you can ask. But general queries will go like we have separate discussion at the end of the session, right? So there is no prerequisites. Anybody can update, right? The Python statements look like normal English statements. They are not as complex as other programmings, right? And how Python was built? Python was built by taking the features or advantages from different other programmings. It has taken some features from one programming. It has taken other features means from different programming languages. It has taken the features. That's why we call Python as a hybrid language. Yes. Python real-time applications. What kind of applications are we going to develop by using Python? Before you update with any technology, you need to understand what kind of applications are we going to develop using it. So I'll be just briefing you one by one the applications that we are going to create using Python. Python usage. Who are using Python today? The topmost companies using Python, right? And Python features. Python features and Python comparison with other programming. Coding wise, length wise, complexity wise, you can check how simple the Python statements as compared with other. And reasons why Python is suddenly super popular. And what is the job market of Python currently? And what is the scope of Python in the coming years? So this is what I'll be discussing in today's and tomorrow session, right? Starting with why Python. So Python is a general purpose programming. It's a general purpose programming, multi-programming features. It has got high level language, interpreted language, and user-friendly programming. So first starting with general purpose, right? What do you mean by general purpose programming? Okay. Before Python, there were some programming languages. If you heard about this programming language, like Pascal, Fortran, COBOL, right? These programming languages. Before Python, we had these programming languages. These programming languages are purpose-based, purpose-based languages, right? Means they are used for a specific purpose, not for all the purposes, right? But a language which is suitable for developing any kind of application, such a language we call it as general purpose programming. So Python is a kind of programming where we can develop any kind of application. It is a general purpose programming. It is not purpose based. Any type of applications in the sense like automation applications, web applications, gaming applications, networking applications, embedded applications, graphic applications, desktop applications, right? And wide varieties of applications we can develop today by using Python. So it's a general purpose programming. Any kind of applications we can develop, right? And multi-programming features. Python has got multi-programming features. It has taken the features from different programming language. It has taken the advantages from many other programming languages. That's why we call Python as a hybrid language. High level language, right? Python is a high level language. There are two types of languages. There are two types of languages, right? Yes. Low level languages, low level languages, and high level languages. Low level languages like assembly level language or machine level language. Generally, computer can't understand the English statements, right? Or this, whatever this Python or C statements. So everything should be converted into machine understandable code. So generally, low level languages are we call like assembly level or machine level languages. First thing, these low level languages are not human understandable. They are not human understandable. Secondly, yes, we cannot carry that code to one system to another. Not portable. They are not portable. And they cannot run on all the hardware and all the operating system. It's machine dependent. They are machine dependent. They cannot run on all the hardware and all the operating system. Yes. But high level language like Python, high level language like Python, right? Human understandable. The statements look like normal English statements. They can be carried, portable, and machine independent. They can run on all the hardware and all the operating system. Human understandable, portable, and machine independent. They can run on all the hardware and all the operating system. It's a high level language. Python is a interpreted language. Interpreted language, line by line execution, right? Python. Okay, we have got compilation languages. Yes. We have got compilation languages and interpretation languages. Compilation languages like C language. Interpretation example, Python. So if we talk about this compilation languages, if you've got some 10 lines code, it executes the entire code at once and displays the errors if you got any. In two errors or five errors, right? But in Python, it won't execute the entire code at once. Statement by statement to execute. If you get error in this line, you won't execute the remaining statements. Line by line execution, which makes debugging easy. Interpreted language, user-friendly programming or programmer-friendly programming, right? Which provides simple syntaxes, looks like normal English statements. So general purpose, any kind of applications we can create, multi-programming features, because of which we call Python as a hybrid language. High level language, human understandable, portable, and machine independent. Interpreted line by line execution, user friendly, programmer friendly language, right? Yes, Python has got what features? Multi-programming features. What all the programming languages we see, right? Yes. What are the programming languages we see, right? All those features. Yes, we see in Python. For example, So what features Python has got? So here I'll be using some technical words, right? Not a worry. I'll be discussing all those as part of the course. Python has like procedural oriented programming features. Procedural oriented programming features. Right. Example like C language. It has got the features of S. It has got the features of object-oriented programming. Has got the features of object-oriented programming like C++ and Java. It has got the features of scripting features. So it has got procedural-oriented programming features like C language. It has got object-oriented programming features, scripting features like Linux shell script. Yes, and it has got the features of modular programming features like Modular 3. So just like C language, we can develop applications like C++, Java, we can develop applications like Modular 3 and writing many automation scripts, right? Because of which we call Python as a hybrid language. Once again, I say, so just like C or C++, Java, like Modular 3, it doesn't mean that you need to have the knowledge about all this. So as part of our course, we'll be discussing procedural oriented with Python, object oriented with Python, right? Modular programming and scripting. As part of the course, we'll be discussing all this from the ground level to the advanced level, right? Yes. So if you take, see this Java, right? Two major programming languages which are mostly used in current industry, right? For enterprise applications creations, Python and Java. But Java developers are strictly restricted to use only object-oriented programming. Without object-oriented programming, you cannot develop applications or you cannot write programs in Java, right? So compulsory object-oriented, it won't support the other features. But in Python, with object-oriented, without object-oriented, with procedural-oriented, with modular programming, we can write different types of applications in Python. So Java and Python, if you compare, right, if you go back like 10 to 12 years in 2010, if you see Java, see in that area, 10 to 15 years back, like Java is the mostly preferred language with 43% usage in the industry, right? You go back like 10 to 15 years. But in 2010, nobody knows that there was a programming language like Python, only 3% used in the industry. 10 years later, from 2020 onwards, you check, right? Java, the usage of Java has decreased a little, like 19%, and the usage of Python. So I'll just open Google and I'll show you, right, some graphs, which is the most popular coding language, which is the mostly used language currently, the percentage of usage of different programming languages in the industry, right? Okay. I'll show you some, I'll just open Google and I'll show you that usage of different programming languages. Okay, fine. So scripting, Python has got scripting features like a shell script. So talk about this technologies like IoT, DevOps, robotics, all this we write automation scripts using Python. In modular programming, Python has got a great boom today because of this modular programming. Akash Vardhan, after 2 days, WhatsApp group will be created. Don't keep on messaging, right? After 2 days, the WhatsApp group will be created. Okay, fine. That's fine. So yes, yes, there is a query key. So yes. Python has got a great boom because of this modular programming. Python has got great boom because of this modular programming. Thousands of modules Python is providing. 89,300 inbuilt modules Python is providing for different environments, right? Whatever domain you have, whatever environment you are from, whatever domain, right? Python is providing modules for it, inbuilt modules. If you are from testing background or networking background or data science background or big data background, or even not only from computers like other like electronics or civil back, Python has got modules for different environments. 89,300 modules. So we don't need to write huge codings there. We have got inbuilt functionalities within these modules. So modules, for example, for data science. For data science, we have got some 10 to 15 modules, right? Using which you can visualize, you can plot, you can perform analysis, right? Separate modules Python is providing, right, for different environments. Even for big data environment, right, it has got separate modules Python is providing, right? So today, Python is the mostly used programming for implementing different domains in different high-end technologies because of its modules. Even for testing or test cases, it has got separate modules, and even for networking environment, networking, right? Now, separate modules, not only modules, separate framework itself, Python is providing for networking. For operating system, OS, the name of the module itself is OS. For every database, Python provides a module. You want Python to connect with Oracle database, separate module Python is providing, like CX underscore Oracle. If you want to connect with MySQL database, PyMySQL is the module. So as part of the course, I'll be discussing about these modules connecting with the database like MySQL. I'll also show you the installation of one database, connecting to one database and performing all the SQL operations and creating all the CRUD operations and transaction management. If you want to connect with SQL Server, one more database like PyODBC is the module. And not only that, just by writing Python code and executing the Python code, I can create an Excel workbook. Just I'll write 4 to 5 lines of Python code, execute it. A Excel workbook, Excel file is going to be created at whatever location you have provided with whatever name you have given, right? Excel files, not only Excel files, you can create PDF files. By writing Python code, writing a Python code and executing a PDF file can be generated. Not only PDF, comma separated values, CSV file, comma separated values, JSON files, different files. And also for mathematical operations, math module. For statistical operations, we have got many modules available for statistics. And also for generating different types of graphs, normal graph, bar graph, histogram, scatter plot, stack plot, pie graph, any type of graphs you can generate using Python with 4 to 5 lines, right? So just I'll brief you about this. So in this way, thousands of modules Python has got for different environments, 89,300 modules. Yes, once again, can anyone please confirm, is my voice clear to all? Yes, can anyone please confirm, right? Yes, fine, thank you. Yeah, Python real-time applications, Python real-time applications, right? Yes. What kind of applications we are going to develop using Python? Means Python mostly used for creating what kind of applications? Mostly like creation of web applications, right? Lot of web applications are getting developed today by using Python. You may ask a query, right? From last 20, 25 years, like Java, .NET, all these are mostly preferred in developing web applications. Why again Python? Python has got a framework called Django. The Django framework we say. So it's a framework, mostly used framework of Python. At a rapid speed, you can develop a web application with very less coding, right? It has got its own database like SQLite 3. Has got its own database like SQLite 3. It has got its own application server. Many flexible features provided by this the Django framework. So Python is mostly preferred in developing web applications. Apart from it, automation applications. Today, everything getting automated. A lot of automation applications we are creating using Python, using technologies like data science, using technologies, using technologies like IoT, using technologies like DevOps, right? A lot of automation applications are getting developed. Talk about this IoT, Internet of Things. It is a physical network or device embedded with software, sensors, electronics used for collecting data, exchanging data, and controlling the things from the place where we are, right? Simply, if you say like electronic devices connecting and communicating with each other. So in this 90% coding in Python, right? In Python. Apart from that, if you go for data science, everything, right? If you talk about that data science, everything deals with the data. Data has got experience. Data has got future reference. Using data, or using data science, we perform data analysis, data predictions, data classifications, data clustering, data recommendations. It's a blend of techniques. The main technique, what we see here, ML, machine learning, right? The name itself saying we are making the machine to learn by providing, we have got many techniques. ML techniques are there like regression, classification, clustering, recommendations, pattern matchings. For all these techniques, machine learning or deep learning or artificial intelligence, for all this, right? To implement these techniques, right? To implement those, we require a language. We require a language. To code, we require a language. So Python is the mostly chosen, mostly preferred programming for all this data science, machine learning people. Even for DevOps, for writing automation scripts, right? Python is one of the most, it's the best language for scripting, right? It's one of the best scripting language with vast varieties of libraries. Apart from this, even for big data environment, right? Big data, right? I'll just take a minute or two where exactly this Python used in this big data. Like today, if you see like KBs of data, MBs of data, GBs, terabytes, petabytes, exabytes, zettabytes, etabytes, sotabytes, so on, right? So you should have seen KBs, MBs, GBs, or TBs. Okay. But do you think like petabytes of data is it getting generated? Petabyte of data is it getting generated, right? 1 petabyte equal to 1024 TBs. Already 1 TB is a large storage unit. Yes, petabytes of data is getting generated. Example of it like Facebook. Millions and trillions of users for Facebook. Each and every post and video has to be saved, right? Sambit Singh, right? Yes, I will just answer your queries, right? At the end of the session. Fine. General queries, right? Yes, I'll be answering at the end. Fine. Fine. So petabytes of data example is Facebook, where it has got millions and trillions of users, where you see like posts, how many posts and videos are getting circulated in a minute. Each and every post and video has to be stored, right? What should be the storage capacity to store all these millions and trillions of users, messages, posts, and videos? Do you think what is the data generated by Facebook in a minute? Not in MBs or GBs, right? Petabytes of data generation. Not only like Facebook, if you talk about any application today, but take 1 minute transactions, take 1 minute transaction. Example, as I said, Facebook. The minute, what is the data generated by Facebook for millions and trillions of users? Take about this Twitter tweets keeps on generating. It Everyone, you are querying in the Google, right? What is the data generated by Google in a minute? Everyone creating your own videos and uploading in the YouTube, right? What should be the storage to store all those videos? What is the data generated by this YouTube? And what is the storage capacity required? And millions and trillions of users, email messages, right? What should be the storage capacity to store all the email messages of all these millions and trillions of users? Bank transactions, millions of customers, lakhs of branches. So huge data is getting generated, not only in bank, telecom sector also, and e-commerce sites like Flipkart or Amazon, right? Generating huge data. So for all this, we have got some big data technologies available, like Hadoop and Spark to store huge data and process this huge data in quick time, especially Spark implemented using Python language. We call like PySpark. It has got very high speed processing, which has got great boom in today's market. So it is using Python, right, as an implementation language. Yes, apart from this, the various other applications where Python is mostly preferred. For scientific applications, right? Yes, we have got CP. We have got a separate like CP module. Apart from this, for numerical analysis, we have got a separate module, NumPy, numerical Python, NumPy. Apart from this, from graphical user interface or for animations, for graphics and animations, right? Python is providing many modules like tkinter, pyqt are examples of some. Yes. Apart from this, Python today mostly used in gaming environment for game development. Lot of games are getting developed today by using Python, single user, multi-user online games. For that, we have got a separate frameworks Python is providing, like Pygame. It's a framework given by Python for developing games in Python. One more framework like PyCara. And for 3D games or 3D rendering libraries, right? PySoy. Yes. Even for gaming environment. Apart from this, for scheduling tasks, right? Scheduling, right? We've got Python providing Airflow for it. And for testing or for test cases. And for software development, right? Even software development. For software developers, make use of Python as the support language. And for business applications, Python is one of the best choice for developing e-commerce websites. And one of the hottest application of Python, like database applications. Without a database, there is no web application, right? Python can connect with any database. And even for networking applications, for audio calling, video callings, networking applications, right? Separate framework Python is providing, like Twisted Python, right? A separate framework Python is providing for it. And apart from this, even Python is used for web scraping, for scraping data from different sites, harvesting data, extracting data, right, from different websites like Amazon, Flipkart, and for audio and video applications, right? Audio and video applications, right? As part of the course, I'll show you some audio video applications also. Examples of some applications which got developed, right? Like Team Player, C-Play are some examples, right, of this audio and video applications. Even for not only for computer applications, but civil environment, for electronics, for embedded applications, right? Yes. Even the most famous embedded application, Raspberry Pi, which uses, Raspberry Pi, right? Which uses Python for its computation. Apart and for CAD applications, 3D CAD applications, computer-aided designing, right? And apart from this, for computer vision, right? For color detection, object detection, and face detections, and for robotics with Python. You see, like big, huge packages who has got knowledge of robotics with Python, and for desktop applications creation, single user console applications, right? So in this way, many applications we have got Python is a general purpose, right? Any kind of applications we can develop. Yes, web applications, automation applications, gaming applications, database applications, embedded applications, right? Desktop applications. Yes. Who are using Python today? Who are using Python today, right? Topmost applications built using Python. Topmost applications, right? Yes. Topmost applications built using Python. Yes, topmost applications built using Python. So Google using Python for its web search system. Google is one of the best example for Python web application. Google web crawling is first written in Java. It was rewritten in Python. Yahoo, Yahoo using Python. YouTube, YouTube using Python for its video sharing service. Uber, Uber pricing algorithm implemented using Python and using ML technique. Instagram built using Python. The prime reason for Instagram for choosing Python, its Python practicality and its hybrid features. Even NASA, the same. NASA using Python for its research and development activities, and other applications like Quora, Reddit, Pinterest are some applications built using Python. Netflix using Python for its security, automation, and subscription related things. Dropbox using Python. Maya, a powerful 3D animation which uses Python script. MMOG, massively multiplayer online games. BitTorrent using Python. iRobot for military and commercial applications. And for hardware testing purpose, right? For hardware testing purpose. Companies like IBM, Seagate, Qualcomm, all these they are using Python for hardware testing. Okay, fine. And reasons from the discussion what we had till now, right? Reasons which makes Python suddenly super popular, right? Yes. Reasons which makes Python suddenly super popular. What are the reasons which makes Python suddenly super? See, yes, Sambit Singh, right? There is a query asked. Why Java not used? Means Java is also used. Two major programming languages, Python and Java mostly preferred. But if you see the talk of the industry, right? Data science, machine learning, artificial intelligence, deep learning, right? They never prefer Java. They are never implemented using Java, right? Python is mostly preferred, right? For this automation applications like the data science, machine learning, deep learning, and many other. Java has got some restriction of only using object-oriented programming. Python, like there is no limitation, like It can go with scripting, it can go with object oriented, procedural oriented modules, modular programming, right? Most of the programmers or developers are attracted towards Python. So many programming, why Python is popular now that I'm going to say, right? Most of the programmers, see, generally anyone, they like any programming language which has got very less coding. If you see, Java has got huge codings, but here most of the programmers are migrating towards Python because of its very less coding, right? Simple syntaxes. Simple syntaxes given by Python looks like normal English statements. And one more thing is interactive mode. You can easily interact with Python statement by statement, just like as you communicate with your friend through message. Same way for every statement, Python gives response to you. That we call it like interactive mode. For example, in the bottom search panel, I am typing CMD, going to this command prompt. If I type Python version is displayed, and can you see this three arrowed symbol? Right. Python interpreter where you can type any valid Python statements and interact, right? 3 plus 5, 13 into 7, it gives response. X has 10, Y has 4. What is X? No need to define the data types also in Python. Y, what is Y? What is X plus Y? X minus Y? X into Y, X by Y, X into 2, 10 into 2, X to the power. This is the power symbol in Python. X equal to hello, right? X into 3 prints hello for 3 times. X into 5 for 5 times. Quit. If you want to quit, come out of this, right? Say quit. So in this way, you can interact for every statement, it gives response. This kind of interaction you won't see in other programming like Java, statement by statement interaction, right? Multi-programming features, it has got hybrid features. And apart from this multi-programming features, wide varieties of applications, wide varieties of applications. Many built-in libraries, many built-in libraries. Yes, I was talking 89,300 inbuilt modules Python has got, right, for different. So these are the reasons, right, like interactive mode, multi-programming features, simple syntaxes, very wide varieties of applications, many built-in libraries, which makes Python super popular. Now just I'll open Google and I'll show you, right, the most popular coding language of 2023, 22, 23, right? Just I'm opening Google, right? Say this, just type popular coding language. Popular coding language. You say Python, you will see like Python and JavaScript. You'll see like Python and JavaScript. So you see JavaScript and Python. 1 second. See this results for it. So just the most popular programming languages. Python stands first, Java and JavaScript. Python remains the most popular programming language. Python, next comes Java, JavaScript. Now observe, most popular programming languages used by top 25 unicorns. Python, next Java, JavaScript. This I was showing, I'm showing you in Google, right? Yes, most popular programming languages. Python, JavaScript, Java. Okay, if you see from last most popular coding languages of 2021. First Python, number 1 rank, Java, the JavaScript. Yes, scroll down, right? Yes, if you scroll down, right. Mm, Ranking, if you see the ranking, you'll see the rank one, which is the rank one programming, Python. Second, Java. Third, JavaScript. I agree. From last 10 years back, 12 years back, Java is the number one ranked. The usage was more, but now if you see number of number of top US computer science departments that use language to teach introductory courses. Python most, next Java, next other things, MATLAB, right? Most in demand programming language of 2021-22. Python, next comes Java and JavaScript. Top most programming languages, series top most 10 most popular programming languages, Python, JavaScript, Java, C, all this C++, right? Yes. We see the top 10 programming languages. So top 10 top 10 popular programming languages for the beginners to learn. First Python, Java, third JavaScript, Go language, C++, all this. And if you see this usage of different programming languages, right? See this Python, a very big circle, 31% used in the industry currently. Java 19%, C++ 9%, C 6%, right? And if you see the job openings for Python and the average salaries for Python, right? See this. See Python stands first, ranking by average salary. Next, ranking by volume of job openings. Python has got and SQL both got more openings. You just type in check right here. Type in check here, right? Python jobs. So tomorrow also you can attend the session same time using the same link to see more on this. Observe here, right? See this Python jobs, 1,36,358 Python openings. 1,36,358 Python openings. Here, 19,364 openings in Hyderabad. Okay, lot of thousands, 10,000 plus Python jobs in Greater Hyderabad. Apart from this, apart from Python, if you got knowledge and Django also, if you got knowledge, people might be knowing Python, but people who knows Django are very, very less. So the competition for this Django is very less as of now, since it's a Python framework. So Django jobs, even you cannot go with Django. 19,122 Django jobs. Yes, yes, thousands of Django jobs, right? People, you'll be getting great command after learning this Python full stack course. Apart from only Python, see this course content. What I'm going to discuss for Python and Python full stack, both will be discussed, right? Python, see, starting with Python. Python basics, history, applications, features, advantages, versions, installations of Python, flavors of Python, Python operations, modes of execution, editors and IDEs, data types, constants, variables, comments, input-output statements, type conversions, escape sequences, strings, operators in Python. I'm going to show you in different IDEs. In real time, we use this IDEs, integrated development environment. Not on one IDE, I'll be showing you on multiple IDEs like PyCharm, Spider, Jupyter, Eclipse, NetBeans, right? So Anaconda distributions, right? Flow control statements, Python core programming, looping statements, strings, string indexing, string slicing, string functions, string methods, string special characters, collections like list, tuples, sets, dictionaries, list properties, list indexing, list slicing, list functions, list methods, nested list, list addresses, list modifications. Similarly for tuples, sets, dictionaries in Python, functions in Python, different categories, different types, default, non-default, keyword, non-keyword, arbitrary arguments. Different types of functions, lambda function, filter function, map function, reduce functions, modules in Python, modular programming in Python, right? Different ways of importing, renaming a module, reloading a module, right? Yes. Modules in Python, right? Yes, modules. One second, one second. Okay, modules, different ways of importing, renaming, reloading, working with standard modules, and package in Python, errors and exception handling, file handling in Python, right? And object-oriented programming concepts, like everything in brief. Here I just given the headings, like what is abstraction, encapsulation with multiple examples, inheritance, polymorphism, static, non-static variables, constructors, destructors, garbage collector, method overriding, right? Yes. And different types of modules, regular expressions in Python, database connectivity, installing a database, working with CRUD operations, connecting with database, transaction management, and Python data and time module, Python operating system module, advanced concepts like iterator, generator, closures, decorators, web scraping, GUI programming like graphic programming, TK intermodule, working with Excel workbook, Excel files, creating and data analytics, right? Introduction to Pandas, NumPy, Matplotlib models, introduction to data science, Python Pandas model in brief, entire Pandas model in brief, right? Even in data science, it won't be covered, right? That I'll be covering everything here, right? Pandas model in brief, Pandas creations from different and Pandas NumPy, Python NumPy model, NumPy numerical Python, and Matplotlib for plottings and visualizations. So this is 30 topics in brief. It will be discussed. You can just compare this course content with any other training sites. We'll be going in brief, right, with this Python. I'll be taking nearly 70 hours for this Python with 2 months duration, right? Yes. And not only this, I'm discussing different modules related to different environments. Some modules related to data science, some related to big data, some related to OS, some related to databases, some related to graphics, regular expressions, and how to create our own modules, right? This is Python, core and advanced and application-oriented modules. Apart from this, people who wants to go for Python full stack web development, right? For them, right? Apart from this Python, Django framework in brief. What is web frameworks, Django installation, project creation, project architecture, and different .py files we are going to create, different Django applications creations, Django views, Django templates, and Django admin, Django models, advanced concepts, ORM, and all this, right? And in this 15 to 20 applications, you will be developing along with me parallelly, right? Django apps creations, right? So in that you will get a great command on this Django and Python when you are developing applications. So along with me, you also will be getting the output for all that 15 to 20 applications. But apart from this, people who doesn't have knowledge on this web development technologies, UI technologies also will be discussed. HTML in brief, CSS in brief, JavaScript in brief, and also MySQL will be covered, right? So yes, that is for full stack. So here in this full stack, nearly 3 courses are involved in it. So if you want only Python, right? If you want Python core, Python advanced, Python application oriented modules, nearly 70 hours. It's not like 45 hours course. It's not like, or we'll be discussing in brief. Takes 2 months for it. And the fee, it's an offer batch. The fee structure is just 6,000 for it. Apart from this, people who wants to go for full stack Python web development, right? Apart from this, web development technologies will be given knowledge on this web development UI technologies, right? Like HTML, CSS, cascading style sheets, JavaScript, and a part of Bootstrap will be discussed, right? In brief, not an overview. This UI technologies. Apart from this, Django will be discussed. Django framework. It's a framework of Python. Django framework, Flask framework, Pyramid framework, Turbo Gate, Bottle, many frameworks of Python. The most important or mostly used framework is Django, right? When people say like Django, right? And also like introduction to Flask framework also I give. Okay. in this 15 to 20 applications creations plus REST API plus, yes, the project. So for all this, right? Yes, for all this also additional 50 hours I'll be taking for this. So totally 120 hours for both full stack I'm talking, like 4 months. And the fee structure for this Django is 6K, and so totally it's 12K, right? Yes. Actually, for this web development, so for this UI technologies, Django or REST API, and this project actually it's 8K. But if you're taking it as a package, right? 8 plus 6, 14K. But if you're taking the entire package, right? So for 12K, you can just pay 12K, right? So this is that entire thing. And people who wants to go parallelly, Python, and if you want to go this web development, Django, all this on Saturdays and Sundays also, we have got batches. Once you got enrolled, you can attend any of my batch. For this UI technologies, Django, REST API, and project, nearly like 3 courses and 4 courses are involved: Python, web development, Django, and REST API, right? Total Python you'll be learning in brief, right? And you'll be getting the videos for all this Python, UI technologies, Django, REST API, and project. You'll be getting the videos. The offerings from my side, you'll be getting the video every day when the session completes. After that, you'll be getting the video of it. Class notes, soft copy of this class notes. See, just assignments and tasks, to work with, to build to have some command on this, right? And also a WhatsApp group is going to get created for the technical discussions, right? No, if you got any error, no need to wait up to the next session. You can take the snap of it, you can post in the WhatsApp. Anybody can answer. I will be answering it, right? So video you'll be getting, class notes you'll be getting, assignments and tasks, and WhatsApp. I'll be showing you on different IDs. I'll be showing you on different IDs, right? PyCharm, Spider, Jupyter, Anaconda distributions, VS Code. So these many IDs, integrated development in real time we use, right? Mostly used IDs. And apart from this, right? Yes. So there is one more offer, right? People for Python students, right? There is, I also go with big data technologies. I also handle big data like data engineering, big data analytics. So people who wants to take this big data package where Python is provided in it. So where Hadoop is going to be covered, PySpark, Spark with Python, where it has got, and Linux, and Python 2 months course will be covered in it. Python 2 months for advanced and application-oriented modules. Here it's like 15,000 for this. All these 4 course: Hadoop, PySpark, Python 2 months, and this Hadoop, PySpark. These things are weekend on Saturdays and Sundays it will be. Saturdays and Sundays, 2 hours on Saturdays. Totally like 5 hours you'll be having on Saturdays and Sundays. So on this Saturday at to this 2:30 p.m. there is a demo for it. People who wants to go for big data, right? So any queries you have got? So as it's a demo session, I was speaking most of the time, but regular sessions, right? For every statement I type, you will be responding, right? So everyone will be kept in unmuted or through chat. Patients, hands-on. It will be hands-on, right? Where you'll be developing along with me. Yes, if you got any queries now, you can go with your queries. Before that, Ajit's in being mute. Okay, fine. If you got any background noise, you can just ask your queries through voice. Otherwise, you can go with voice. Right? Fine. So before I go, right, tomorrow also you can attend the session same time at 8 p.m. using the same link. It's not duplication or repeating of today's session. We'll be continuing from here, right? Today will be
Yeah,
the
exactly. I'm from the cloud team, so is it useful for me?
yes, people from the cloud technologies like AWS. We have got separate modules. Python has got like Boto 3 module. So for any modules, right? For any modules, big data or data science or AWS, any modules, first you need to know about Python, how to work with Python script, how to work with Python, how to use that module, how to work with module, how I can get help on a module, how can I get one by one function from that module, how can I get the syntax of it, everything you'll be learning here. In
And
tomorrow's
will you cover the Boto 3, right?
no. Both see here we have got different technologies. So all the technologies related modules won't be covered. Some mainly like data science, big data. But once we work on these modules, how to use it, how to work it, you can also explore those any modules of your different domains. Right? So tomorrow session I'll be briefing you. I'll be giving some examples, coding examples. I'll be showing right. So you will understand people from non-programming or zero programming you just observe tomorrow's session. I'll be showing you some sample examples, right, of Python, how simple it looks. I'll just take a task. I'll try to write the code in different programming languages. You can just check how simple and very less coding, not even one-fourth coding as compared with other programmings, and check it. And also the modules, just now someone asked, right? The modules, how can we get help on it? How can we explore by yourself? Means 89,000 models are there for different environments. People from different environments will be updating. So it won't be sufficient for covering all those modules, right? So for those, how can we explore? How can you get help? How can you just dig into that each and every functions of that module will be discussed. Which concepts will cover in this Python core and advanced, right? Yes, those code. See this first 30 topics. This all operations, Python IDs, collections, lists, tuples, sets, dictionaries, functions, functional programming, modular program, functional programming, modular programming, object-oriented programming, scripting, and different types of modules, file handling, object-oriented programming, regular expressions, database connections, Python datetime, OS module, advanced iterators, generators, graphic, Excel workbook, data analytics, introduction to data science, Python, pandas, NumPy, and this first 30 topics will be covered as part of Python core and advanced. Yes, Sambit Singh, right? I said one project at the last will be discussed, right? Yes. Any other queries, right? So the timing of the batch will
So,
be at 8 p.m. Today is the session one. Tomorrow will be the session two. Day after tomorrow, session three, I'll be showing you the installation of Python, Python execution modes, different versions, other things, right? Yes.
is there any batch between 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. for Python?
As of now, there is no batch now, right? It's
Okay.
there is no batch between that time, right? Yes.
Any plan
And
in future?
no. That is not that online timings. Online timings are mornings and nights.
Okay.
Okay, and once you get enrolled into the full stack batch, in Monday to Friday you can attend Python. Saturdays, Sundays, many multiple Django batches will be running. You can attend it parallel if you want to complete in 2.5 months. Means for directly immediately we won't go with the Django web development, UI technologies, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, which doesn't require any Python knowledge, right? Even JavaScript also mostly preferred, right? You will be getting the knowledge of JavaScript language, right? And if anyone, for example, you got enrolled, but your shift has changed, your job timings have changed. So later you can just intimate and you can attend. For example, you are attending night 8 p.m. batch. You are unable to attend as your job timing has changed. You can shift to morning batch. Any of my morning batch. Morning batches are there, evening batches are there, right? Fine.
Or any morning batch running recently?
Morning 6 a.m. Today it was started, right?
Oh, 6 a.m.
6 to 7.
Okay, 6 to 7. Okay, I'll just check it. Thank you.
Okay, you can see this. Okay, tomorrow also you can attend the session same time using the same link, right? Yes, you can see the payment process procedure and the contact details of this office, right? Front office for any other queries related to that and fine. A WhatsApp group will be created after 2 days. Yes, Sambit Singh, right? Yes. If you have got the people for experience, right, who have got gap, everything, you need to have the knowledge of Django where you can keep the experience and you can attend, right? If you have got good skills, if you have got command, definitely you can go through that interview process, right? Fine. There's nothing theoretical, everything will be shown practical, right? By typing and executing, right? Yes. So if I'm done with your queries, if there are no other queries, then I'll sign off for now. Meet you tomorrow at 8 p.m. using the same link. Right? Thank you all for your time. Thank you. Goodbye.